What is up, guys? The LA Gamer here, and today I am bringing you guys episode 6 of my MLB 17 The Show Fantasy Draft franchise. In today's episode, we will have Carlos Martinez on the mound. We will be going up against the lefty Francisco Siriano, or Liriano. I said Siriano. That's odd, but obviously we are the Detroit Tigers, and they are going to be the Tampa Bay Rays. So not exactly a divisional rivalry going on here, but still an interleague rivalry. So we're going to try to come out here, get the better of the Rays. Obviously, having our ace on the mound should give us the benefit of the doubt in this matchup and should kind of increase our likelihood of performing well. I mean, honestly, these are my favorite episodes when I'm able to play with the ace. Obviously, the idea, though, of drafting, you have to draft 5 pitchers. You have a 5-pitching rotation. The idea is I want to show you guys every single pitcher we have. So, obviously, I can't just show you every game me using Carlos Martinez. So, once every 5 episodes or so, being able to go on the mound here and use Martinez obviously is a fun experience for me. So right here, starting off the game right, you see we're going to get a ground out to shortstop, a ground out back to the pitcher, and now in the third at-bat of the inning, you see they got a lefty up to bat. I wasn't fully aware of what this team's lineup consists of, but we're going to strike out, I believe, what is that? That's Matt Carpenter. We're going to strike him out on a high inside fastball right there. So now we're coming up to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, trying to put up a few hits, trying to put up a few runs. You see Trey Turner is going to lead off, not exactly doing exactly what we want him to do by grinding out there to the third baseman. Now with D. Gordon coming up to bat, he's going to ground out in between first base and second base. Obviously, he has that speed. I was hoping he'd somehow find a way to beat out that little infield ground ball, but not quite fast enough to beat out that one. And then Giancarlo standing up to bat. Obviously, like I said, I've had my struggles with him recently, and those struggles are going to continue in this game. As right here, he's going to pop out to the shortstop. Really not a difficult play whatsoever for the shortstop to make. But we're going to move on here to the bottom of the second. We're up to bat once again. You see Chris Bryant's going to come up to bat and whiff on this little slider low and in. But Chris Carter's going to come up to bat and be like, hey, Chris Bryant, don't even worry about it. I got your back. He's going to come up to bat here, make everybody forget about Chris Bryant's strikeout, as he's going to come up and destroy a home run over that left center field wall. And that's going to give us an early 1-0 lead here on the second inning. One thing I've really liked is the middle of our batting order, or just our lineup in general, has a lot of strength and a lot of power. So it's one of those situations where really just one pitch in the wrong position, and we're able to drive it out of the ballpark. So it's a strength. And talking about that middle of the lineup power, here comes Jock Peterson to say, hey, Chris Carter, whatever you can do, I can do a little bit better. This time to right center field. Obviously, that righty-lefty difference. They're pulling the ball. And Jock Peterson's going to absolutely destroy that ball to what kind of looks like a new plane. And that looked like it left the whole entire ballpark. You see on the monitor right there, they're saying goodbye baseball. It's probably because they'll never be able to find it. That ball is probably still in this at-bat, still landing. So there we go. We're going to fly out to shortstop right here and for the second out of the inning. And then you see right here, we have, I believe this is Mike Zunino up to bat. A nice little hanging curveball, but he just lines it straight to left fielder. One of those unlucky situations where sometimes you can make solid contact, but it just doesn't end up working out for you. So regardless of that, we will still be up 2-0, so I'm not going to let it bother me. We're going to move on here to the top of the fifth. There wasn't a whole lot of offensive production from either team for pretty large stretches of this game. Or actually, it looks like it might be the top of the sixth. Either way, the second at-bat of the game will produce the first out of the inning. The second at-bat of the inning will produce the first out of the inning. That's right there. We're going to strike him out. Then this at-bat will force their batter to pop out to second base. So that'll be the second out of the inning. Now that runner hopefully will be trapped at first. We'll see what we can do. He will actually move over to second, though. Right here, you see they're going to get a nice little line out here to left field. And I just kind of got bored, so I run it all the way in to the infield. So it'll be runners on first and second with 2 outs. So one more out, and we should be good to go. And luckily, we're going to prevent any risk of a run scoring right here by forcing a fly out nice and high back here to Jock Peterson. So 2-0 lead. We're going to maintain that. Now in the bottom of the sixth, we're going to try to stretch that lead out a little bit. You see the Rays were able to string a few hits together, so we're obviously going to have to do the same for ourselves. So weird little play, though. Right here, it's going to fly down the right field line. It's going to get a weird bounce off the wall, and Joe Mauer is going to walk in here with a triple. You see the pitcher's a little bit frustrated. You'll see him in just a second. He's a little bit frustrated right there, Liriano. Not pitching the best day. And then right here, Joe Mauer's on a 12-game hitting streak. So who would have thought that when we drafted Joe Mauer, we're going to get like the 2012 version of him, because he's been doing phenomenal. And then right here, not a very great swing from Trey Turner, but I don't really mind it because it's good enough to get Joe Mauer home from third base. D. Gordon up to bat right here is going to drive one back up the middle. Once again, a phenomenal play from the second baseman. One thing you really want to do when D. Gordon's up to bat is prevent him from getting on base, because once he does, that speed makes him a real threat. And then obviously right here, Giancarlo Stanton's going to strike out. So maintaining those struggles. But Chris Bryant's going to come to bat in the next inning, and he is going to destroy this home run ball. I believe this will be his first home run on this team. I don't think he hit a home run in his debut on the team. I think he got a few nice hits, but I don't think he hit a home run. I could be wrong though, so don't count me on that. But you see a home run from Chris Bryant, and then a few innings later, we'll get a home run from Mike Zunino. Not a whole lot of offense or a whole lot of hits in between that. This is one of those games where I can't show you guys a whole lot of footage, because although we do score 5 runs right here, none of those runs really were, I mean, they weren't really like a lot of hits. 4 of those 5 runs were home runs, and the 5th run was just a triple and a single, or not even a single, a ground out. So just wasn't a whole lot of at-bats I needed to show you guys to show you guys how we got most of our runs. And right here, the Rays just really had no answer for Carlos Martinez. You see right here, we're moving into the top of the 9th, and Martinez is a pretty high pitch count right here, about 103 pitches. And Jock Peterson, though, is going to make a phenomenal grab right here. I had to kind of go on a sidetrack, because that's a phenomenal grab right there by Peterson, and kind of me, because I'm the one who timed it. But, you know, whatever, I don't deserve any of the credit. And then once again, we're going to force a fly out. So like I was saying, Martinez, they had no answer for. A complete game shutout out of him. You'll see his stat line once we get to the box score. I think he got some 15 strikeouts or something like that. So Carlos Martinez really came out here on the mound and it really gave us a great chance to win. He'll actually walk out here with the player of the game. So that is the end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed, please click that like button below. Make sure to comment your opinion of this series and what I could do to make it more interesting in the comment section below. And lastly, subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned to this series and other series I got going on my channel. There's been a whole lot of support on this series, and I really just want to thank you guys for all of it. I can't wait to keep it going. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.